Yo, 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 it's your boy Joe, and I came to tell you to get on the floor to watch my video. I finally found it. Let's go with that. Can't edit that out because I don't edit my videos. I am going to have that as the intro from now on. You will see it brightly next video. So, this is my X-Men Apocalypse review. I tried to make this video before, but it got cut off for various reasons. So I'm going to have to make it again. So this will be the first video that I have actually done more than one cut on. But what the first cut told me is that I wasted too much time. So we're going to go right into it. So, before I watched the movie, something happened. I got the movie spoiled for me. Kind of. Somebody said that Magneto died, but he doesn't in the movie. So they were just trolling, but I thought it was real since it was after I thought the first showing, so I thought that it could be true, and it was probably, but it wasn't. The other thing was in TV spots, they spoiled that Phoenix is in the movie. Margene uses her powers as the Phoenix, and you see the Phoenix as like light and stuff, and that Sentinels were in the movie. So I was a bit disappointed that basically the trailers for the movie spoiled the movie. I know that happens a lot, but that spoil this stuff that you don't need to put in the trailers, but they put in right when the movie comes out. Like, the movie's out, everybody should go see it. Like, just put the same type of stuff, you know. You don't need to do that. So let's get straight into the review though. So we're going to go beat by beat, go through the movie, talk about what happens, full spoilers, so leave it if you don't want spoilers besides the stuff that I already said, but I don't have time for this. So we're going to go straight into the movie. So, in this movie, here's what happens. Here's the whole movie. You don't need to watch it now. I'm not going to say everything. But basically, back in the olden days, not like the 80s when this movie takes place, but in the time of the Egyptians, there's this guy that was the first mutant. He was Apocalypse, and he basically wanted everybody to treat him like a god. But some people didn't really like that, so they decided to basically kill him. But if they couldn't, then trap him under a ton of rock. So they did that, but he somehow survived. So when Moira MacTaggart tries to basically find out some stuff, and she's interested, she ends up awakening him, and he comes back and learns that humans have now taken over the world, and it's not mutants that are the people on top. So he wants to, he wants mutants to have the rightful place and not be, killed and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, he wants world destruction, world domination, the usual bad guy stuff. But he needs some helpers. So throughout the first bit of the movie, he goes and gets each one of the helpers. Archangel, who was formerly known as Angel, but he changes his name, at least I think, because he joins Apocalypse. Psylock, who helps him find all of the other mutants except Storm. Storm is the first one who he finds. So, that's cool, kind of, because Storm's supposed to be in the X-Men, isn't she? But it doesn't matter. She's going to be in the X-Men. Spoiler, obviously. So, full-on spoilers. Don't blame me. So, the other one is Magneto. So basically when Apocalypse awakens, it causes a chain of reactions and stuff. Basically, it causes a bunch of stuff. Magneto has to use his powers, so people find out he was trying to live a regular life with his family, but that is not possible anymore. So he decides to join Apocalypse too. So He's got all his people, but he needs one more person. Just happens to be that Professor Charles Xavier has found out about Apocalypse and is trying to find out where he is. He finds Apocalypse, but Apocalypse also finds him. And so he goes to his school and basically abducts Charles Xavier. Kidnaps him. Very, very bad stuff. So, he takes him away, and Havoc, who's with Professor X at the start of the movie, tries to stop him, but he can't. They get away, and the whole building basically blows up. But who's there? The fan favorite from the last movie, X-Men Days of Future Past, Quicksilver. He returns in this movie, and he wants to find his dad, Magneto. So he goes to his school to try to find him. He's not there, but it's about to be blown up. So he saves everybody in an awesome scene. You have to go see the movie to really enjoy it, especially in the theater. I think it's something where in the theater, it's awesome. It really is awesome. So he isn't able to save one person though, and that is Havoc, the person who started it. It's too bad. So anyway, after that, Stryker comes. Yeah. With Weapon X and stuff. He comes and captures some of the mutants and takes them to his base. And the new people have to go and save them. The new people are what I really wanted in this movie. I was talking about in my first cut that I was really excited for this movie because it's X-Men, but it's not really X-Men. It's more about these three characters: Mystique, Charles, and Magneto, and their kind of journeys and stuff. But anyway, you do get some pretty good moments with them, with Scott, who has been recast, Jean, who has been recast, and Nightcrawler, who has been recast. They're all going to be in the X-Men, but not until the end of the movie, so you don't get a lot of them. And there's actually a whole scene that was cut out, the mall scene. You only see one small clip from it, which pokes fun at both maybe this movie, X-Men Apocalypse, and the third X-Men movie, X-Men The Last Stand, when Jean says something like, at least we can agree on that the third movie is always the worst, when they're talking about what is the best Star Wars movie after going to see Return of the Jedi. So, they're kind of trying to say, are both of these movies bad or what? And, what are we trying to say here? But it's a fun little joke. So anyway, there are some other good moments with them, and they're probably the best part of the movie. I would say I really like them. Maybe, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cool characters in the movie. I really like X-Men. They were one of the first superheroes type of stuff that I learned about, even before Avengers and stuff. So I'm a bit more happy to see some of these characters again than maybe something like I was really happy to see Spider-Man, because I like Spider-Man too a lot. But the X-Men, it's really cool to see, at least a bit more of a Psylock or Nightcrawler or Jubilee, even though Jubilee was used even less than all the other ones. But it's still cool to see those characters, and some of the Horsemen too, like Archangel and who's the other? Storm. She's going to join the X-Men too. So, anyway, the main three new people, Nightcrawler, Jean, and Scott, go with Stryker and his crew to rescue those people, and they do with the help of Wolverine, even though he's in Weapon X mode, so he's basically like brainless. But don't worry, because they can use that. They just have him go wild, and he kind of takes care of all the soldiers. Then they can get through, and they let them out. And then they go to rescue Charles Xavier, who was kidnapped by Apocalypse. Apocalypse has this whole plan, and the plan involves him basically using Charles's body that's how he also survived for a while. Is he transferred his mind to other people's bodies. So basically, he's trying to do that with him, but he also, with any mutant that he does that with, he gains their power. So he wants Charles's powers to basically control everybody. But of course, the X-Men rescue him before he can do that. But Apocalypse is still, a big force. But of course, they're also able to, destroy Apocalypse, beat him. But it takes the help of basically everybody. One of the things that could have been done maybe a bit better was the Four Horsemen. They try to protect Apocalypse, and the fight scenes with them aren't great. Like, there's not enough, and there's just it wasn't the best thing, but it wasn't awful. There was a bit of cool stuff, but it could have been better. So then they defeat Apocalypse, Magneto with them, and Storm also changes sides, and Psylock gets away to do something, be in another movie, X-Force. And Archangel might be dead, maybe. So they've saved the day, but there's always some evil doers that need stopping. So in the next movie, we're gonna actually have the X-Men. Yeah. So basically, I would probably give this movie an 8. I don't know. I can't remember what I gave Civil War, but an 8 is a pretty good score, I would think. And I really like the movie. Again, with movies, the newest one is always the one that I'll probably like the most because it's the newest one. I haven't seen a lot of stuff, even though I thought I'd had the movie spoiled for me. Some of the spoilers weren't actually true, and the other ones weren't as big as I thought they might be. So I really had a fun time with the movie. Do I wish that the newer characters had gotten more screen time? Yes I do. I don't think Mystique should be in the movies really anymore. I don't think we necessarily need her. Professor X is good and Magneto's good, although maybe not as the villain anymore. I think we need to move past that. With this is the first movie without Magneto as the main villain, so that's a pretty big thing. So next movie, maybe Sinister, maybe. So I'm excited for that. And you should be excited for my next movie? I'm making movies now. No. My next video, it's going to be a review of this comic that I got, DC Rebirth 1. Everybody's talking about right now because DC is going back to their cool ways, or maybe people still hate them, but I think they're doing better. Also, they changed their logo. I don't think it looks that bad, but of course other people do because people hate everything. Anyway, video on that coming soon. So, to finish up this review, it's a good movie. You should see it. Especially you see that Quicksilver scene in theaters. It is a really cool scene that is probably on the smart, especially like an iPod or like a phone or something. It's not going to be the same as seeing it in the theater. So, there's probably something that I didn't touch on, but this is just my review. I hope you liked it. And yeah. Hope you have a good day. And I'm just waiting because I like to end my videos right in the right moment of the next minute, so I'm just wasting time here. Bye-bye.